Senator Sampson had the floor. I yield to him.
Yes, indeed. Senator Sampson, please proceed, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Just picking up where we left off, I was trying to point out the difference in priorities between the majority and the Republican minority. Our amendment is all about prioritizing the people that are suffering in the state of Connecticut, people that can't afford to pay their electric bills, people that are having to decide between purchasing groceries and paying their light bill. And I just found it fascinating that the things that ended up in today's emergency certified bill are not things that people across Connecticut would consider to be priorities. These apparently are priorities, however, for the majority party. And I want to list those items right from the bill as an illustration of the things that they are prioritizing. There is an objection to me reading those items out of the bill. I don't know that there's another way to do it, so I'm going to try and just ask a question about each one. So, Madam President, through you, I'd like to ask the proponent of the bill just to give me a brief understanding of what each of these organizations is and what they do. The first one on the list is the Connecticut Institute for Refugees and Immigrants, and they are supposed to receive $62,500 via the bill that is before us. Through you.
Thank you, Senator Austin.
Can we stand at ease for a moment?
We can stand at ease. Senator Duff.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, I yield to Senator Austin to answer the question.
Senator Austin.
Thank you very much, Madam President. The first item that you talked about is the Connecticut Institute for Refugees and Immigrants. I'm not intimately knowledgeable about this particular organization, but I am on one of the other ones which does similar work with the Integrated Refugee and Immigrant Services Incorporated. They're similar to each other, and what they do is they help refugees that come in. I akin it to the Afghan refugees who came in and the Ukrainian refugees, where they assist them in housing, getting a job, ELL or English language learning classes, and things along those lines. Through you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator Sampson.
Thank you very much for that answer, Madam President. And again, I am here trying to compare what is in the bill that's been proposed versus our amendment as a question of what priorities we should have as a legislative body. I would point out that it was shared with me a story that was in the Connecticut Sentinel February 20th, a news publication, who said that it's worth noting that CERI, the same organization that we're referring to, which, as Senator Austin noted, is very interested in providing benefits and help to immigrants and refugees, which I think is noteworthy and laudable, except for the fact that I think that they're also interested in helping the undocumented population. And in fact, in that Sentinel article, they point out that it's worth noting that this organization is one of those organizations delivering Know Your Rights lessons in case police or ICE show up at the front door or confront a person on the street. So just pointing out the difference in what our priorities are. I'm suggesting that we should be supporting the amendment before us to help people that are actually in need because they are facing extreme poverty, people that can't afford to feed themselves or pay their electric bills. And in contrast, we're giving money from those same taxpayers to benefit organizations that put undocumented persons ahead of Connecticut citizens. The Jewish Family Services of Greenwich is on the list. All of these items, by the way, get $62,500. The Connecticut Immigrant and Refugee Coalition, Inc. is next. Center for Children's Advocacy. Anchor Health Initiative Corp. And then Middlesex Hospital, which I'm going to just bring up for a moment. I have some documentation about Middlesex Hospital. Do you know that Middlesex Hospital advertises on their website that they provide gender transition surgery? It's right on their website. You could go there right now. They have an entire department dedicated to things like that. And not just hormone therapy, which they highlight, but also gender transition surgery, where they say our surgical specialists bring expertise, experience, and compassion to a host of feminizing and masculinizing surgical procedures for our transgender patients. This is where the majority thinks that that money should go. I disagree. I think it should go towards the items enumerated in our amendment. Again, people that are truly suffering. Triangle Community Center, the Queer Youth Program of Connecticut, Kids in Crisis, Inc., Out CT, Inc., the Bridgeport Pride Center, P-Flag Enfield, Inc., Peer Pride, Inc., the World Health Clinicians, Inc. There are a number of these. They're all at $62,500. Social and Environmental Entrepreneurs, Upper Albany Neighborhood Collaborative, City Seed, Building One Community Corp., Havenly, Inc. I'm almost done. The Hartford Gay and Lesbian Health Collective, the New Haven Gay and Lesbian Community Center, Integrated Refugee and Immigrant Services, and Junta for Progressive Action. That's the whole list. Now, I don't have any objection to any of these organizations. They are certainly welcome to exist and practice whatever their desires are, and I support some of their initiatives. The difference is, should we be spending taxpayer money on these things? Is that a priority for Connecticut? And more importantly, for today, when a lot of our conversation has been about what is an emergency, what is a true emergency for the state of Connecticut? I don't see these things as an emergency.